Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed about the types of partners and the types of partnership forms. So now let's start with the next topic, that is registration of a partnership firm. Registration of partnership firm can be done according to Partnership Act 1932. Registration of firm is not compulsory, but there are certain disadvantages if registration is not done. Therefore, registration of the firm is advisable. The state in which the firm is situated, there is a registrar of firm which is an appointed officer by the state government. For registration, necessary informations are to be filled in by all the partners, and the form is to be submitted to the registrar by paying fees. So, details included in the registration form includes name and address of the firm, branches of the firm, name, address and telephone numbers of partners, date of admission of each partner, the ratio of profit and loss of each partner, details regarding the capital of partners and duration of the firm. So, after considering about details, all these details, the registrar registers the firm and issues the certificate to start the business. So, registration of a partnership firm is not compulsory, but there are certain disadvantages if not registered. So, therefore, registration of firm is advisable. So, these are the registration form, the details of the registration form. So, after filling all the details, the registrar registers the firm and issues the certificate to the firm. Then, there are certain advantages of registration of firm. First one is for recovery of firm's dues. The firm can file a claim in the court of law. So, for recovery of the firm's loan or dues, the firm can file a claim in the court of law. That is one advantage of registration of firm. Second is partner of the firm can file a case in court of law against other partners or firm. Third advantage is that a partner can demand justice from the court of law for his right and share. Fourth is the retiring partner, by giving notice to public, can free himself from his liabilities. And last one is the existence of the firm becomes public through registration. So, registration of the firm is not compulsory, but it is advisable for the to register the firm, and these were the certain advantages of registration of the firm. Now, next is partnership deed. Partnership deed means partnership agreement. Partnership is a relationship originating from the partnership deed. This deed or agreement can be written, form or oral, but written agreement is preferable. Partnership agreement can be written or it can be oral, but written agreement is more preferable. So, details included in the partnership deed or details included in partnership agreement includes name and address of the firm, name, address, age, type and telephone numbers of partners, purpose and type of business of the firm, date of establishment and duration of the firm, details of partners' capital and interest on capital if to be mentioned, partners' borrowings, interest on borrowings and their limits, rate of interest on loan given by the partners, ratio of profit and loss durations, distribution of work among the partners, details of salary, commission or other facility for partners, provision for accounting and bookkeeping of partnership firm, provision of power for opening bank account and for banking transactions, the method of valuation of goodwill, provision of intermediary for solutions for disputes and differences of opinion, signing authority for various documents, provisions for admission of new partner and retirement of old partner, rights and duties of partners, provisions for admission of a minor partner, and provisions for settlement of account at the time of dissolution of the firm. So, these are the details which can be shown in written partnership deed. In case of absence of partnership deed, the Partnership Act comes into force automatically. So, these were the details which is included in the partnership agreement. It can also be in the written form, and written form is more preferable than the oral form. So now next is, let's see the differences between sole proprietorship and partnership form. So there are, first is serial number, second is basis of difference, third one is sole proprietorship and partnership form. So first point of difference is meaning. Meaning of sole proprietorship is when a person wishes to establish the business, arranges the capital and bears the loss and profit by himself, it is called sole proprietorship. Whereas partnership means partnership is a relation between two or more persons who have agreed to run business by all or by one or on behalf of others and agree to share the profit and loss of the business. Then next point of basis of difference is number of members. So in sole proprietorship there is only one person. Only one person manages the whole business. Whereas in partnership form minimum of 2 persons is required. So according to Companies Act 2013 clause number 464, number of partners in partnership form cannot be more than 100 members. As per government decision according to Companies Act year 2014 clause number 10 miscellaneous rule, that the number of maximum partners in partnership form is 50. Now next basis of difference is capital. So in sole proprietorship capital is brought by the owner, whereas in partnership form partners bring the capital as per the partnership deed or partnership agreement. Then fourth is establishment. Sole proprietorship in any person can establish a lawful business, whereas in partnership form establishment is by oral agreement or written agreement. Then fifth is decisions. In sole proprietorship, as there is only one owner, decision can be taken quickly. Whereas in partnership form as there are more than one partner, there is a delay in taking decision. Then sixth is profit and loss. In sole proprietorship, only the owner has to bear the profit and loss. In partnership form, profit and loss is distributed among the partners as per the partnership deed or agreement. Then seventh basis of difference is registration. In sole proprietorship, no provisions for registration, whereas in partnership form, as per the Partnership Act, registration can be done, but it is not compulsory. Then eighth is maintenance of secrecy. In sole proprietorship, as there is only one owner, therefore secrecy can be maintained. Whereas in partnership form, as there are more than one partner, maintenance of secrecy is less. Ninth is transfer of share. In sole proprietorship, as and when owner decides, he can transfer the share. But in partnership form, if there is consent means agreement, if all the partners agree. Therefore, if there is consent of all the partners, then only a partner can transfer his share. And 10th one is risk. In sole proprietorship, the risk of businesses are borne by the owner, whereas in partnership form, risk of the firm are distributed among the partners. So with this, we are now done with the chapter number 5. So now let's see what have you learned from this chapter. So first topic was sole proprietorship. Meaning of sole proprietorship is when only one person wishes to establish the business, arranges capital and bear the profit and loss by himself, then it is called sole proprietorship. Then characteristics: easy in establishment, low capital, administrative power, work independence and quick decisions, personal contact, flexibility, less burden of income tax. These are the characteristics of sole proprietorship. Then you learn the advantages. Advantages were easy in establishment, low capital, maintenance of secrecy, quick decisions, personal contact, flexibility, less burden of income tax. And the limitations is limited capital, short lifespan, limited working efficiency, possibility of wrong in decisions and non-availability of the advantages of the trading on large scale. So these were about the sole proprietorship. Then the second form of business was business run by the Hindu undivided family. Meaning was business run by Hindu undivided family which is received as inheritance according to Hindu law. Then it is called HUF form. Then characteristics comes into the existence by Hindu law. The senior-most person of the family manages the business and is called Karta. Field of operation is independent. Membership is by birth. Financial control is in the hands of the Karta. Liability of Karta is unlimited, whereas the other members have the limited liabilities. Difficulty to bring more capital, and only adult member can be declared insolvent. Next was partnership. Meaning of partnership. Partnership is a relation between persons who have agreed to run the business jointly or on behalf of others and have agreed to share the profit of the business, that is known as partnership. Characteristics of partnership. Relation is on the basis of agreement. Process of establishment is easy. Number of partners. The purpose is to earn profit. Partners bring capital according to partnership deed. Business is managed by any one or more than two or all partners according to the partnership deed. If the assets of the firm are not sufficient to pay the debts, then the debts are paid from the personal properties of partners. Transfer of share is through the consent of all the partners, and the lifespan of partnership firm is limited. Now next was advantages. Process of establishment is easy and less expensive. Efficient management, increasing goodwill of the firm. More capital can be brought as compared with sole proprietorship. Advantages of division of labor. Possibility of erroneous decision is less. Flexible and protection to minority. Direct contact with customers as there are more than two partners. Decentralization of financial control. As the profit of the firm is distributed, the burden of income tax is less. So these were the advantages. Now you also learned the limitations. Limited capital. All the partners have unlimited liability excluding a minor partner. Possibility of differences of opinion and disputes. Delay in decisions. Lifespan of the firm is less than other forms of the business organization. Then there were the types of partnership. So you saw that active partner takes part in the management, inactive partner does not take part in the management. Then the third was nominal partner is the one who allows his name to be used by the firm. Then profit partner is one who offers benefit to the firm by his skills, knowledge and experience, and he does not share the loss. Then next was partnership by estoppel or holding out is the one who is by his action is considered to be the partners by the third party. Such partner does not take part in the management or in the profit and loss. And the last was minor partner. If any partner dies, then his minor is made partner. Then you learned about the types of partnership firm. So there were 3 types of partnership firm according to the time limit, according to the liability and according to the registration. Then you learn about the registration of the partnership firm, then details included in registration of partnership firm and the partnership deed. So with this we are now done with the chapter number 5. So now I want you guys to solve the textbook exercise question all the questions, MCQs, answer the following question in one sentence, answer the following questions in short, answer the following questions in brief, and answer the following questions in detail. So I want you guys to solve the whole question, entire exercise of the entire textbook exercise. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.